Media.
With your ongoing contributions, SANZAF is able to prepare and distribute over 80,000 fresh meals per month. We prepare over 2,000 bunny chows in-house and recently expanded this project to a fully functional bakery. Your efforts to provide basic meals now helps us train and create employment and entrepreneurial opportunities for individuals. You can help this project succeed as a social enterprise by simply contributing towards a meal. Projects like this enable SANZAF Gauteng to provide much needed relief and at the same time pave the way for development. SANZAF, changing lives through development and relief.
Yes, the time is just gone 9:45 a.m. And that video clip that we played out on our Facebook and YouTube channel, talking about SANZAF providing meals and thousands of meals right across the Gauteng region. And this morning we joined from the office of SANZAF, we joined by Javed Hoosen, who is the office manager at the South African National Zakah Fund. Javed, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the show.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair, brother Inayet and Islam Media for hosting us this morning.
Yes, wonderful. And always, we recognize the efforts of SANZAF doing a lot of good work. And we're talking about World Hunger Day, World Hunger Month, and obviously to bring awareness to the extent of hunger in South Africa. Now, Brother Javed, sometimes we don't realize, hunger and what hunger does to the people, but more importantly, the seriousness and the extent of hunger in this country.
Yes, Brother Inayet, it's one of those things that is literally like we cannot understand the extent of hunger because the kind of demographics are changing on a daily basis, especially due to COVID. But before we dive into that, I think I'd firstly like to say that thanks to the SANZAF team for doing a great job in terms of serving the poor, but also the number of organizations out there, including Salam Media, that are doing playing a fantastic role in alleviating poverty, in promoting access to food, making food more freely available to what you call this agricultural projects and subsistence farming, food security initiatives. This is not a one organization path. No single organization is able to achieve zero hunger. It is a collective effort. It needs every single one of us to get involved as Muslims. Feeding the hungry is so important. Hunger is so important that it starts with our neighbor. We all know the extent on the value Islam places in making sure that the people around us are taken care of. And hunger actually speaks to the most basic of needs. I honestly don't believe there's anything that is more primary in terms of the need than a person having or not having food. And it's said that every year you see, irrespective of the efforts done by organizations, irrespective of the amount of aid and relief work that is going out there, it is clear that there are more people that are falling into the poverty cycle. There are more people that are going to bed hungry. There's more kids going to bed hungry. And this is a great challenge, and it requires us all to come together, probably through World Hunger Day, but through many other initiatives. It's not a one-day effort. This is an ongoing thing. It's a battle that we need to get out every day, fight, make sure we're able to assist at least one more person in terms of being able to get a meal for the day.
Yes, Javed, and obviously we've seen South Africa always being told about South Africa being one of the most unequal countries in the world. And this is not a case where there isn't enough food, because we have got a food system that grows more than enough food to sustain the entire population. But yet we are faced with this dire situation where millions of people and thousands upon thousands of children go hungry or experience hunger almost every day of the year.
100%. Yeah, and this probably speaks to the fact that is food affordable, is food accessible? So it's not necessarily, we have not reached a point of devastation where there's not enough food to take care of population. Currently, there is sufficient food to take care of the needs of the people within South Africa. The challenge is, are we able to mobilize our resources and get it out to the people that most deserve it, instead of food ending up going to waste? And sometimes the challenge is accessibility. And often the second challenge is affordability. How many people can afford food? They are able to get a meal. They're able to access a meal. So it's a very difficult balance to strike, especially because creating staff is somewhat also a business that can work in favor of certain individuals. So that said, is that we're not in the business of, and organizations should not be in the business of keeping people in poverty and keeping people hungry. I don't think that is the intention behind any organization that is doing the fantastic work and reaching out to communities. There are people that are doing it purely for the purpose of helping the next person. Unfortunately, I think that if we just go into a project with clear and pure intentions, it is the starting point. But that's not where we should always position ourselves to be. We should be looking at how do we make ourselves redundant as organizations? How do we bridge the gap between poor, giving people access to the food that they need? They're able to employ, they're able to do some kind of work or skill in return for the food. At the same time, bridge the capacity in terms of people's ability to take cost-effective meals for themselves. So we have to take multiple approaches to addressing the hunger needs in society. Part of it, and a small part of it, is what organizations are doing. A bigger part of it is empowerment. And I believe that if we're able to look and see beyond what we're currently doing, see where the gaps are in terms of organization, overlaps, being able to get resources out to people as efficiently as possible, make it cost effective, we will be able to reach out to more people, decrease the amount of people that are going to get hungry. But at the same time, we should be able to have a longer lasting impact in our fight against hunger. It is really sad, but often you hear this, brother Inayet, is that, mashallah, we are feeding 80,000 people, and it is actually a campaign that we're also running. Help us to reach out to 100,000 people. But our intention...
Javed, can I just stop you there for a minute, please? Javed, I just want to go for a quick ad break. When you come back, I want to talk about, obviously, SANZAF, your meals project, and also look at how it has evolved over a period of time as well. And just to talk about these cost-effective meals that you have been speaking about. So if you just give me a minute or two, we're going to go for a quick ad break.
Sure.
What makes Randery Jewelers the optimum place for your memorable gift? Is it our range of exclusive, high-end, luxurious jewellery? Or is it our master craftsmanship of all your bespoke jewellery needs? We believe it's because at Randery Jewelers, we know just how to make your special moments last forever. Whether it's for a wedding, anniversary, or just a simple gift to show your love, trust Randery Jewelers to make it special. www.randeryjewelers.com. Make your moments last forever with Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Did you know that through SANZAF, you can provide a meal to an individual for only 12 Rand? By committing to a monthly contribution, you can assist us in reaching out to more communities and deserving individuals. A once-off donation will also be highly appreciated in helping us achieve our monthly target. For more information, call us on 011-834-6046. SANZAF, changing lives through development and relief.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
The time is just gone 9:53 a.m. and we're talking with Javed Hoosen, Office Manager at the South African National Zakah Fund. And we're talking about SANZAF's meal project, also looking at the same time at the role of Muslim charities in the space and how can we make a better impact. Javed, just to continue, now I want to talk specifically about SANZAF, about the meals project. And I'm just looking up at the screen here where we've got World Hunger Day, obviously SANZAF asking for help to do more in terms of your food programs. And we're looking at as little as 12 Rand per meal. Now, how has this meals project started?
So, SANZAF has been, sorry, it seems to be feedback.
I can hear you, Javed.
Okay, let me just go ahead. The SANZAF has been known to provide relief and development work. Over the past few years, our focus moved primarily towards the development sector, providing bursaries, making sure people are educated, that there's some opportunity for people to get into the workplace, to get employment, so that people move out from a handout to a hand up. However, since the start of the COVID, we found that there are more number of people coming to us, asking us for basic meals. We started an outreach during COVID where we provided a large amount of relief throughout the country. What we realized since then is that providing probably a hampers does not take care of the people's needs on a daily basis. We initiated several feeding schemes across Gauteng, starting right here from Mayfair, Pitas, spreading through El Dorado Park, the south of Johannesburg, and the West Rand. We're feeding an average of over 2,800 meals a day. This project has been able to help us to become more cost effective. So if you look at a meal for 12 Rand, this is a complete meal, a rice, a bit of protein, chicken. So you're looking at akmi, dal and rice, home cooked meals that anyone would eat. It's not something that is just targeted at the poor. So it's a meal for 12 Rand. And whilst you're providing this meal, it allows us to provide very cost-effective employment, cost-effective meals and employment to people that we're working with. So I'm not sure if you're able to see me, but today I'm right here in Fordsburg, where we have a little kitchen set up. And on a daily basis, we produce over 1,000 rolls. These rolls are manufactured by people that are a part of the community. They are now getting a skill and getting a stipend. So there's training and stipend whilst they're able to provide meals for the poor. So these rolls are put into packs as supplementary meals for the next day for some of the people that come and collect food from us. What we're very conscious about doing in the Meals Project and in most of our projects is that we should not use the situation of people to exploit it for organizational benefits. This is the reason we avoid having people come and queue up for a meal. Or, for example, taking off pictures of the recipients receiving platters of food. in being able to provide a meal, we need to be able to do it in a dignified way and provide dignified meals for the people.
Well, certainly, Javed. In fact, I quite like the idea. In fact, I like what you are obviously saying, that, it's been pretty innovative on the part of SANZAF, and it's not only about providing the meals, but also at the same time looking at things like job creation, about skills upgrades and all of that. So it's basically an all-encompassing project that covers a whole host of issues that need to be addressed, and that obviously is a good thing. But just looking at support and reaching out to our listeners and our viewers this morning, how can they support SANZAF?
You can visit the website. You can call in to one of our offices. We have meal projects across the country, and we will be able to assist. But it starts with simple acts. We are not looking for people to sponsor hundreds of meals. We're looking for one individual to sponsor one meal a week for 12 Rand. And if you're unable to provide a meal for 12 Rand, then at least a week, at least to sign up for a meal per month. So one meal per month. If each of us could make a commitment to provide one meal per month for 12 Rand, and if we can provide one meal per week for 12 Rand, it will allow us to reach out to more people. But at the same time, we are looking at using this meals project for employment, job creation, training and development, and inshallah move people towards a capacity where they're able to prepare and provide meals for themselves.
Well, inshallah, Allah make it easy. Allah reward you. Allah reward everyone at SANZAF for this wonderful initiative and in supporting people. And at the end of the day, we know risk comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses us as a means to provide that risk. And yeah, we are talking about vulnerable. We are talking about people that are starving. We are talking about little children who are starving. And clearly, 12 Rand, obviously, for many of us, it's insignificant, it's not much, but it means a lot to the people who don't have it and those who need to be fed. Javed, Jazakallah khairan so much for that. And once again, I just want to repeat, your website is www.sanzaf.org.za, and people need to visit the site and obviously support this wonderful initiative and support the causes that SANZAF have been embarking on. So all the best to you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Javed Hoosen, Office Manager at SANZAF, joining us this morning. And yes, 12 Rand. I mean, how much is that? 12 Rand a week, but maybe a 12 Rand meal in a month as well, if we want to actually go that route. But there are many, many people, believe me, there are millions of people that are starving right across the country, and they definitely need help. With that, the time is just gone, 10 a.m. It's time for me to sign off. And once again, it's been a pleasure being in the company of our listeners on the various platforms, standing in for Julie Ali this morning. And inshallah, I'll be back with you once again tomorrow, same time, same place. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
With your ongoing contributions, SANZAF is able to prepare and distribute over 80,000 fresh meals per month. We prepare over 2,000 bunny chows in-house and recently expanded this project to a fully functional bakery. Your efforts to provide basic meals now helps us train and create employment and entrepreneurial opportunities for individuals. You can help this project succeed as a social enterprise by simply contributing towards a meal. Projects like this enable SANZAF Gauteng to provide much needed relief and at the same time pave the way for development. SANZAF, changing lives,